Hi guys. For those of us that were Doctor Who fans from our youth, of my age group, there was a dark time. Sylvester McCoy finished his run. There was quite a long gap between that and Paul McGann doing his one-off. And then there was an even bigger gap until Christopher Eccleston stepped in and they brought it back and what we have now. And in those times, we had the Virgin books and the BBC books as well, which I can see a lot of them on my shelf over there. But being a dyslexic and having trouble reading books, I listened to the Big Finish audiobooks. And I picked up my first one. I managed to view it. Even now they're quite expensive. And I first tried with the Paul McGann one, his first one, Storm Warning. I used to get a magazine called SFX and they used to talk about him a lot in there, so I gave him a try. And I was pretty much hooked from then on. And I've picked up quite a few. But I have a besties friend who has shared them with me over the years. So I've listened to 90% of them, and at the moment I'm going through them from the first one to whatever the last one he's bought is. I'm in the 60s at the moment. But I just want to say thank you to Big Finish for keeping the torch alive. And they are great because is Doctor Who better as an audio? Because when you're watching it on TV, particularly with the budgets that the BBC have had and kind of have now, I mean, it's better now. You don't understand what we used to have to put with. There were episodes where, those of you that were young, some of the black and white episodes with Daleks in, there's one where it's the same 4 Daleks just going round and round and round, but it's made to look like there's hundreds of them coming through this door. But in the audio forms, you've just got, oh my, look at this large fleet of attack ships, and you can get away with anything. I love audiobooks anyway, but the Doctor Who ones are brilliant. And I think they've been brilliant to bring Doctor Who, keep it alive while it was away, and to keep it going for those of us that love the older Who. I did a video earlier, it's a few back from here, about Colin Baker. I'm doing one on every Doctor, I'm just picking out a hat. And the Colin Baker Doctor wasn't the best received Doctor in history. He was a little bit, everybody was a little bit, he's a bit grumpy, he's a bit aggressive. And he was replaced quite quickly, which is a shame. And I remember when they were doing the audiobooks, I remember my friend saying, oh, I've got a Colin Baker one. I was like, okay, right. And I listened to it and I was actually, that was quite good. And I've listened to Oliver. He has now become, because of Big Finish, Colin Baker has become my favourite Doctor. I think Doctor Who magazine did a poll of the best Doctor in audio and he won. And I've come to appreciate his portrayal of the Doctor in the audiobooks. Paul McGann's Doctor is also very well received, very loved. They've even done the spin-off things of Dark Eyes and things like that. You've even got Jago and Lightfoot, which I think we've recently lost. Lightfoot, sadly, but I mean, who would have thought back in the 70s that we would still be listening to these characters and enjoying them? Charlotte Pollard, the Doctor's assistant, who does the voice on MasterChef, I believe it is. Yeah, the woman that narrates in between, is a Doctor Who companion. I have my headphones on all the time, and my friends at work always think I'm listening to music. I'm not, I'm usually listening to a Big Finish. And Big Finish have really kept Doctor Who alive for me. And I am so enjoying. Don't get me wrong, they have some stories that are up there and are fantastic. And they have some real clunkers. But that's not their fault. That's the same with the TV. That's the same with everything. But if you haven't listened to any of the Big Finish ones, go out and find odd ones. If you are a fan of them, or you want to know more about them, leave some comments at the bottom about what you want to know, and I'll see if I can borrow them back off my mate and listen to them for you and give you a little rundown on them. I may do some, reviews of my favourite ones. But yeah, give Big Finish a chance, yeah? Have they kept Doctor Who alive? Is it the best version of Doctor Who that we've ever had? I think it is. I actually think that the TV people should take a note out of Big Finish's book or audio CD and try and imitate what they've done. It's great to have old doctors back. We've got Tom Baker in some of them now. Yeah, and he's brilliant. I've listened to some of his and it is so like my childhood is back. Yeah, Sylvester McCoy's Doctor is brilliant. Peter Davidson's Doctor is brilliant. They're even doing ones with John Pertwee with somebody imitating him, which is still fantastic. It's opened this whole world to us all now, because they can do anything in audio form, anything. And Big Finish, keep up the good work. Yeah. Thank you so much for giving those of us that are fans of the classic style of Doctor Who something to enjoy and look forward to. And like I say, if you haven't seen them, give them a listen. They're great. So, if you've enjoyed this, give me some likes down there. It all helps the channel. Have a few watches of it. That helps even more. And please subscribe. Yeah. If I know that talking about Doctor Who gets subscribers, I will do more Doctor Who. If I know talking about films gets more subscribers, I will talk more about films. I don't want to just pigeonhole to one thing. I want to do a lot of the things that are important to me. But obviously, I do one that's important to me and it gets one view and you think, oh well. So yeah. So thank you very much for listening. Have a great day, a great night, and I will see you all soon.